Welcome back to another episode of Coming Out. Bienvenidos a Coming Out de nuevo. Dándole la bienvenida, como siempre, a Carmen Datorre, que está aquí con nosotros hoy de nuevo, y con Diego Caiola. También bienvenido. Mi casa es su casa, siempre aquí. Ustedes son como familia para mí. Así que empecemos. Diego, estamos en un tiempo precario en Miami Beach. Estamos con muchas expectativas.
Yeah.
¿Qué vemos para el futuro? ¿Qué estamos pensando?
Well, you know, I'm going to speak in English. It's much easier for me. She'll speak in Spanish.
We're bilingual here, and this will be a, what do you call that, Spanglish show.
You probably know I grew up in Miami Beach.
Yes.
So it has happened since I've been in Miami Beach since 11 years old. It's pretty tough to see right now, really. I mean, where I grew up on 72nd Street across the street from North Shore Park, there's 6 developments going up within 4 days. So I think Miami Beach is growing way too quick, way too fast, too much new development happening there. But what I do like is what I see in Miami Beach is the fact that Democrats are not just sticking with Democrats, Republicans are not just sticking Republican. I'm an independent, meaning I vote for whoever makes sense, right? For example, we have a commissioner that's running right now for Miami-Dade County. She's a Republican, but so many Democrats are supporting her. You know, I don't want to say names just because I don't want to promote people and not promote the other people. So I think a lot of things are happening, not only in Miami Beach, but in South Florida that are making a lot of people open their eyes, which I love the fact that people are not just voting for Democrats just because they're Democrats and voting for Republicans just because they're Republican. You know what I mean? If you're running for commissioner and you're a Republican and I'm a Republican.
They really are nonpartisan. Those races should be nonpartisan.
Yeah.
And they are nonpartisan, but they do take on a partisan
role. But I love what I'm saying. We were at a commissioner's gathering this past week, and, you know, she's a Republican, runs a Republican, and we had so many Democratic friends of ours there coming in and saying hi to her and congratulating her. So it's kind of weird what's happening right now in Miami-Dade County.
I want to go back to Overdevelopment. I sit on the design review board.
Yeah.
Listen, one of my biggest issues is the lack of parking. I always tell everybody, if you bring me a project with parking, you're going to get my vote. If you don't have parking, you're not going to get my vote. Yeah. You know, I don't only think about parking, but I also think the infrastructure, flooding, the pipes, plumbing, all these other issues are going to affect that people aren't really taking into consideration. How are we going to stop that? Because let me tell you that right now we have a pro-development board.
Yeah. And look, I'm all for new development, but in moderation.
But smart
in moderation.
Yeah.
The way I see it, you see it as flooding, water, and so I see it as traffic. Where I grew up in North Beach, within 5 years, there's going to be about 2,000 new apartments.
It's crazy.
Say there's one car for each apartment. Where are you going to put 2,000 cars in North Beach?
I hear Carmen, tú siempre te estás quedando el tráfico.
Bueno, yo estoy en la calle las 24 horas y sí, no hay donde parquear, no hay, es una locura. Y no solamente es que hayan tantos edificios, es que no para, se siguen haciendo.
Yeah.
Y tienes una obra de construcción de esquina a esquina. Entonces, donde tú querías llegar en 10 minutos, te vas a demorar 26. Donde vas a llegar en media hora, te demoras en 45, no llegas.
Yeah.
Y eso es un problema que estamos
terrible.
Especialmente en una isla tan pequeña que...
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, and look, a lot of people are quick to blame the mayor, commissioners, people like that. No, you can't blame them.
No.
You have to blame the building department for giving out these permits.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There should be one building at a time. Look at a good friend of ours, Jerry Garcia.
Tiene un argumento, Gabriel.
Tiene
un argumento, Gabriel.
Look at our good friend, Jerry Sea. He owns Primo Pasta. You know, he didn't give in to sell his building. They offered him an arm and a leg for him to sell his building. So what did they do? They took away his parking spots next to his restaurant, and they're building a Target, a mammoth Target all around his restaurant. Exactly. And then you have another development going on a block from there, another block. I just think it's getting really out of hand of the development in North Beach especially. And unfortunately, I think what's next is Byron Carla. You know, there's a reason why they don't want to fix Byron Carla Theater, which is the movie theater I grew up as a kid.
But, you know, they want to put there like a whole bunch of new building, you know, apartments and stuff like that. And, you know, again, I don't think that road can handle that.
It can't handle all the people. And, you know, who's going to pay, say, $500,000 for 800 square foot apartment. But I think that, the work share promotions, I think that's all BS. I think it's the first pitch for them to get height increase. And then within the development of their property, everything changes. So I am very afraid to see in 5 years what Miami Beach is going to be.
Voy a venir aquí y lo voy a decir claramente. Yo apoyo a Miss Paez-Geller, Lucia Paez-Geller, que está corriendo contra Fabián Basabe. De verdad que él ha sido detrimental to our well-being.
Oh, that's the lady, the black hair?
No, Lucia Paez, it's a black
yeah.
She's great. Lucia Paez-Geller is great. I wish that Miami Beach and all her district votes for Lucia Paez-Geller. Hopefully in the state she can bring something down to Miami and some relief to Miami Beach.
She's running against Fabian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Or let's say Fabian's really winning against her.
Fue profesora en Beach High, es una excelente persona.
See, and she was also
she was Beach High.
a school board member.
Yeah.
So,
She's Spanish?
she's part Colombian, part
Okay.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Cuban Colombian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Her father was Colombian.
Yeah, she had her campaign at Bob's Your Uncle.
Sí.
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay,
so
yeah.
Lucia Paez-Geller is really.
Look, I'm happy she's from Beach High. So I love it. We support Beach High people.
Fue profesora Emiliano.
Emiliano's teacher, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Y fue con Macarena a Tallahassee.
Qué
Que mi
bien.
familia esté.
Primero te felicito a ti por tu hijo haberse casado.
También,
Les
gracias.
deseo lo mejor a ellos, a la pareja, Emiliano y a... ¿Cómo que se llama ella?
Andrea.
Andrea.
Para que no te olvides.
A Emiliano y a Andrea le deseamos muchas felicidades. Macarena está empezando en su primer
FIU,
año de
maravilloso.
FIU. Increíble como la vida cambia.
Como pasan los
¿Tienes
años.
cuántos hijos? 5 hijos.
5
Oh my God.
that I know of. There might be another one out there. Yeah. 5 kids.
And they're all shining bright and
Thank God they're all happy. Yeah, like they range from 27 to 8. Yes.
you've been busy.
I've been busy, but it was good busyness.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's the kind of busyness I like.
Well, I don't blame you on that one, but it's a lot of money too, right? Having children nowadays is like, wow, man.
It's very pricey. Look, my brother has 1 kid and my sister has 1 kid. They're the smart one of the family. Yeah.
And then I have none.
Yeah.
And then people is like, how could you travel so much? Hey, I don't have
Exactly. You have the
7
time.
children
No,
or
you have
5.
the time.
But you never wanted to adopt or anything like that?
You know what? I burned that energy, all that, when I took care of my and raised a niece that I had, that I have. And,
that was enough.
that was enough.
Good.
I don't really need no.
Yeah.
And like coming on the plane the other day, kids crying.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I just look over,
Oh my gosh.
and the mother gives me this look, and I give the mother another look.
Yeah.
Finally the kids stop crying, and of course she realized.
tough.
Well, it's much easier right now for a gay person to adopt now. I mean,
It is. I
know a lot of friends that are gay that are adopting kids, and it's really great that it's easier.
I don't want to date myself, but I'm not from today's generation, so I come from the generation where we didn't have the possibility of ever getting married. The possibility of adopting was not real.
Yeah.
So generationally, that's another thing that I have. But I don't regret it. I think I burned that out of my system.
Yeah.
And
But you're a good uncle, so
I'm the
that's
best
great.
uncle that you could have.
Good.
Uncle.
Yes.
Work uncles. And what? A shout out to one of my nieces today, Riley Guell. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Riley.
Happy birthday, Riley.
One of the things that you guys are co-partnering is this cancer walk.
Yep.
First of all, I want to ask Diego, ¿cómo es trabajar con Carmen?
She's good. Look, she's very focused. You know what I mean? She's a stay-at-home mom, so she has a lot of time on her hand. She does not have a full-time job, so she has a lot of time on her hand. But I think we both got involved for the same reason, because of our dad. She lost her dad to cancer. Thank God Mount Sinai saved my dad's life. And I think that's what really brought us together, right? Our dads doing something positive for our dads. Unfortunately, her dad's not with us anymore. But, I'm forever indebted to Mount Sinai. They saved my dad's life 3 years ago. He had stage 3 throat cancer.
Wow.
And I think that's when we started speaking. I think the conversation came up that my dad has cancer and he's fighting for his life. And somehow we figured, hey, let's do something. A good friend of mine, Max Sklar, Beach High, he's the fundraising director for Mount Sinai. So I met up with him and he's like, let's do some type of fundraiser. And there wasn't a Mind Beach Cancer Walk.
Tengo que ser honesta, la idea fue de my partner, la idea fue de Diego. Entonces, sí, y sí, es muchísima la ventaja que te permite el no tener un trabajo 9 to 5.
Yeah.
De hecho, mi papi yo no lo pude ver, se murió en Perú, yo no lo vi, se murió de un cáncer que la misma demencia que tuvo no le permitió visualizar el cáncer tan invasivo. Y para nosotros es un gusto y un honor ahorita, a un mes casi de tener el segundo Miami Beach Cancer Walk en septiembre 27, el domingo, en Altos del Mar, y ya preparando un tercero. Y para mí fue una linda noticia ayer cuando el grupo de estudiantes jóvenes de Beach High, sobre todo el programa de ISOL, que yo atendí un par de veces, van a ser voluntarios en mi evento. Entonces, da gusto cuando gente joven, cuando gente que uno se involucra. Entonces, ya sea por las horas comunitarias o por lo que sea, porque es una cosa muy dura que nadie debería pasarlo y sobre todo solo, ¿no? Entonces, por eso nos involucramos en esto.
Es bonito ver cómo cada año va creciendo y va superando.
Sobre todo van cambiando las personas que van participando, se van involucrando.
Y ves cómo la comunidad se involucra.
Exacto.
¿Qué esperas tú para este año?
Yo espero para este año, yo te soy bien honesta, yo trabajo mucho siempre con prevención. Para mí es muy fácil tratar de arreglar algo cuando todavía tienes las posibilidades que cuando está. Entonces, si el año pasado, yo misma tengo que decirlo en cámaras, a mis 58 años ya, me hice recién el año pasado, por primera vez en la vida, una mamografía.
Carmen,
Lo asumo, lo digo, lo acepto.
Tiempo.
Exactly. Gracias a Dios, ningún problema, pero definitivamente a raíz mío, que no hice la mamografía en vivo por razones obvias,
claro,
pero se unió muchísima gente. O sea, la gente dijo, mira, Carmen, me escribían, yo me hice, yo tenía miedo, que no sé qué. Entonces, la idea es que la gente sepa que así como hacen tiempo para ir a tomar un café, un trago, la peluquería, las uñas, yo te podría preguntar ahorita cuántas personas tienen ya reservado una cita de mamografía o de Papá Nicolau, y debe haber ninguna. Háganlo, es vida, es salud y cambia, hace la diferencia.
Una de las cosas que los hombres deben de ver también es que a nosotros también nos cae mucho el cáncer y también es un cáncer que nos apega mucho el
no discrimina, no discrimina.
Y eso es algo que tenemos que ver y muchos de nosotros debemos estar haciéndonos exámenes también.
Periódicos, claro.
Pero también haciéndolo, como dices tú, preventivamente,
claro,
porque es la única forma de sacar.
Es como ir a terapia familiar cuando tu matrimonio se vino abajo.
Yeah, a lot of men don't like to talk about the test, but I recently had a colonoscopy test. And for guys that are afraid to do it,
well, because they think that it's an invasion of privacy, and it's really not.
Look, it's very weird, you know what I mean? Because they give you a pill and then they put the anesthesia in, and then I had a pretty woman standing next to me saying, "I'm gonna turn on your anesthesia. Just count to 5." So I was 1, 2, 3. I was out. Well, the scary part of it for me as a heterosexual male, I was woken up by a guy shaking me, saying, "Mr. Caiola, wake up!" And I'm like, "What the heck happened?" And but I didn't, feel nothing. It's for me.
It was. Part. You didn't feel anything.
Sería raro, ¿verdad?
You don't feel anything, but you have to get colonoscopy. It's killing men left and right, and it's a very simple test.
And prostate too,
and the testicular cancer is killing men. So look, cancer, it does not discriminate
at all,
right? We just had Lil Messi, which I'm Argentina. His dad died of pancreatic cancer, and he has the money, so much money in this world. He couldn't save his dad. Steve Jobs, the owner of Apple, he died of cancer too, and he had billions of dollars. Yeah. So cancer does not discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Chinese, it does not matter, women or men.
No, nothing.
If it comes after you, you have to take care of it. And money, unfortunately, does help you a little bit, but you really need to get checked out.
So who are we bringing in to help you out in this campaign? Do you have a sponsor? Do you have...
Y bueno, ahorita lo va a decir él de pronto en inglés, pero sponsor tenemos, gracias a Dios, a la Chevrolet, que quiero mandar un saludo a Yesenia, mi amiga, que estuve con ella ayer, que están inclusive, la Chevy tiene en las oficinas el logo del cáncer afuera.
Yep.
Están muy envueltos en eso. Tenemos a CarePoint, tenemos...
CarePoint Insurance, Miami Beach Magazine.
O sea, hay un grupo de gente que realmente, no solamente por figurar, sino que están concientizados con el CarePoint, que están concientizados con el evento, no con la situación en sí.
Yeah, and this is really not a money event for none of us. I mean, I'm in project development, so that's the way I make my living. But this is really from our heart.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No,
This is something that we do because it's a passion of ours to get the word out there. And like I said, we do this for our parents.
Que you're bringing...
Nos une la pasión por esto, ¿me entiendes? O sea, desinteresado.
Desinteresado, pero una vida vivida, porque lo has vivido tú con la pérdida y tú con casi la pérdida. Entonces,
a nosotros nos cuesta, te soy bien honesto. Por ejemplo, hace poco tuve la oportunidad yo que en la Cámara de Comercio de Miami Beach me entregaron un premio. Y yo con muchísimo cariño pusimos un stand maravilloso con un montón de información y tuvieras la gente cómo paraba, teníamos un montón de staff y la gente pregunta y te firman en cuaderno y te involucran y se quieren meter y eso es muy bueno.
Porque creo que es algo que todos nosotros conocemos a
Nadie
alguien.
está libre.
Nadie.
Cancer is something we all have in common.
Exacto.
Either a friend, a family member, someone has lost someone to cancer.
Exactly.
So our lived experiences is what unites us.
And I'm in shock that there hasn't been a cure. Look what's happened to AIDS. AIDS is about 40 years old, and AIDS has come a long way. You could take a pill now that will, you won't even have it in your body. And cancer has been around for God knows how many hundreds of years, and there's still no cure for it. So it's kind of something fishy about
Ahora,
that.
tuvimos la oportunidad también, perdona que me interrumpa, de estar en las instalaciones con el doctor Stephen Oswald del Mount Sinai, que te soy bien honesta. Yo hice un comentario completamente awkward, pero yo dije, nadie quiere tener cáncer, pero si por A o B uno recibe, digamos, en un stage first o temprano, estás en unas instalaciones que el solo darte el diagnóstico ya te hacen sentir bien. Este doctor es un encanto de persona, va con nosotros a la caminata segundo año, las instalaciones son... Y ahí justamente es donde va todas las donaciones que nosotros podemos recibir.
Yep. And any questions you have in regards to cancer or have a family member or yourself need to get checked out for cancer, go to the Braman Comprehensive Center in Miami Beach in Mount Sinai. It's a brand new building. It's about 4 months old.
Exactly.
Beautiful, state-of-the-art.
That's Braman?
Yeah. Braman gave a big donation, so they named it after him. It's called the Mount Sinai Braman Comprehensive Medical Center, Cancer Center.
This is the name.
Beautiful. It's 5 floors. They have all the latest computers. Everything. All the new things that could detect cancer, they have it there.
Exactly.
Everything's state of the art. And once you walk in there, you'll see what I mean. But if you have any issues with cancer, have any questions, need any checkup, go there.
Háblanos de las instalaciones de la caminata, cuándo es la caminata, toda la información de la...
Claro que sí, vamos en inglés y después en español. A ver, Dieguito, dale.
All right, Miami Beach Cancer Walk, September 27th. The walk it's Sunday, September 27th, Altos de Moore Park, 7600 Collins Avenue. Walk starts at 9, but registration opens at 7. We're obviously going to have vendors out there. We're going to have music. We're going to have food, refreshments. It's $30 per person. Donation with the $30 donation. Obviously, you can do the walk, and you get a Miami Beach Cancer Walk T-shirt as well.
Exactly.
You go to MiamiBeachCancerWalk.com. Miami Beach Cancer Walk on Instagram and Miami Beach Cancer Walk on Facebook. And all proceeds go to Mount Sinai Braman Comprehensive Center.
Y este año tenemos como Grand Marshal
Yes.
a Charlotte
Our
Levo.
Charlotte
Ella
Levo.
ella es no solamente sobreviviente, ella padece la enfermedad, va a caminar con nosotros y para nosotros el año pasado tuve a Debbie de la policía de Miami Beach.
Yep.
Acá lo tienes.
Yeah.
Mira.
Charlotte's on She's awesome. She's great.
Charlotte's awesome.
We support her 100%.
She's the best.
Major supporter.
She's the best.
Yeah. She has her second round right now of cancer. She's going through cancer right now.
So what, she was in remission, she's back again?
She has cancer again. So she's like all the other cancer patients fighting for her life right now. We were able to sit down with her 2 weeks ago. She's doing good. She's in good spirit and everything like that. But you know, she always, that's in her mind right now, you know, the cancer and
Bueno, la próxima vez we'll bring Charlotte
Y de
back.
repente Community Newspaper nos puede también apoyar en el evento, ¿no?
Yeah.
Of course. You know, you're coming out with Gabriel Paez. Mira, ahí lo tenemos.
Yeah, we have to get Grant Miller in here.
Exactly.
Or Michael to come. But hey, at least you know that coming out will always be supportive of Cancer Walk.
Thank
you. We really appreciate it.
And Miami Beach. And we are with a Grand Marshal and everything. How can we, you know, but it is a great person to have. Charlotte, you know, she's a great, you know.
She's a great person, has a great soul. Great singer, too, if you didn't know that. Yeah. She's the karaoke king.
Journalist? No.
Well, she's a journalist by trade, but she loves to sing. She has her page on Facebook. It's called Sing Out.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. This is personal story, but every time there's karaoke, I become really shy, which I'm not a shy person at all, as you can tell. But when it comes to karaoke, I just get really shy. But today in my car coming here, I was like jamming to, you know, Juan Gabriel and you know, and karaoke.
Esa es la mejor terapia que puedes
tener. It was like I came in and I walked in and I was like, you know, okay, it's
perfect.
I woke up, you know, it's gotta go, get it. But so I got in my car and I started jamming, karaoke was great, so it was great therapy. So
Karaoke y saber que nos ibas a entrevistar a nosotros.
Well, you had your friends coming in.
Well, it's always comfortable to have friends come. And to share what.
And you look more comfortable because we follow you and we see your shows. And I know when you sit down with people that you don't really know and stuff about them, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Me too. I have, I have my podcast too. So when I sit down with people that I don't know, it's. You know, you think about what to ask them, but when you sit down with friends, it's much
more comfortable.
So much smoother.
It is.
Yes.
Especially on a topic that we were going to come. I've been fortunate enough not to, in my family, to really have cancer affect us. The only one was, believe it or not, prostate cancer to my brother. But unfortunately, my brother and I are not on the best of terms. Okay. So I really didn't get to share that with him. But really, I've never had
very close.
You know, that closeness of. But I did have a dear friend, Ayana Yanni Gonzalez, who was our first chair in Miami-Dade County at the LGBTQ plus advisory board, who passed away of cancer.
Oh my gosh.
You know, she taught me a lot. And not only did she teach me a lot about being trans, but she taught me also about living with cancer.
Yeah.
And, you know, once you guys got involved, I thought, you know, and you're always trying to push me, to do better. And I thought to bring you now to the show was a great thing because it is an important cause. And I think we should all be supporting it. I encourage you to use my logo to come out and support, showing you, you know, that everybody, you know.
Yeah, and you can walk for your friend. You know, we encourage everyone. Look, you might not have had cancer, but if you had a family member, friend that you lost for cancer, come walk for them. You know what I mean? Bring one of their pictures with you so they can walk with you as well. It's going to be very emotional, as it always is when we speak there, but I think we have the community backing us up, and it's always a great event.
Gabriel, en la caminata del año pasado tuvimos, yo no me puedo olvidar de eso y lo cuento siempre, abuela, mamá, hija y una niña chiquita, todos tenían cáncer.
Oh, wow.
Pero ellos caminaban con una actitud, con una alegría, todos tenían cáncer, las 4. Si es heredado o no, no lo sé, los estudios lo dirán, pero los 4 caminaron.
Wow.
Y es una de las escenas más bonitas que puede haber habido.
Bueno, no bendición, pero...
No, pero eso te impulsa.
Impulsa, claro.
Exacto, eso te obliga, te motiva a crecer cada vez, a buscar más, a tener. La misma gente del Mount Sinai, vas a ver en la caminata, tienen todo el tipo de research e información que tú quieres tener.
I want to share that this is not the only cancer center that there is in Miami. We're fortunate to have the Sylvester, also a Sylvester Center in downtown Miami, in the medical center. Pero, having Mount Sinai being part of the community, because Miami Beach really is the heart and soul.
It's the only hospital we have there in Miami Beach. Yeah,
I do remember St. Joseph Hospital.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, 30 years ago,
Cancer walk. This is the reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mount Sinai is the
one.
Yeah, St. Joseph was 30 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but can't forget about those. But that goes to show you I go way back.
Yeah, we all go way back.
We all do, but and with pride. Number one. Pero bueno, it's a pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Likewise.
Again, mi casa su casa. Whenever you want to come back, Carmen, Diego, you're always welcome.
Thank you for your support.
Here we're here to support.
Yeah.
And we're here to bring awareness. And on that note, until next time, thank you for joining us. Bye bye.